Hi there and welcome to Magic Hearts Tarot. I am Michelle. We're going to do a little charm reading for Taurus season, which is happening on April 21st to May 21st. This is when the sun moves into the sign of Taurus. So we're going to get some charms here. See, what is it that we need to know? And move these around a little bit. That's how I like to do them. Okay. Ooh. All right. I'm going to start here with this rooster. This makes you feel safe. So you know how, like, with the rooster, he's like in charge, right? He starts the day. At least he feels he does, right? Because he gets up and he crows. The sun comes up. So the rooster has this mentality that he's the one in charge of when the day starts. So what makes you feel safe is being in charge. So it could be that you're starting things very early in the morning, or you're taking charge of how your day goes. Whereas, you know how, like, if something happens and then it sets the tone for the day, at least that's how a lot of us are, right? You know, like if you wake up late and then that sets the tone and you feel like you're late all day to stuff. So it's kind of like you're taking charge of how your day goes. You're taking charge of the energy. Like the rooster has this sense of that he's in charge of the day, or he's in charge of the way when the day starts. What's going to help you to feel safe as far as your stability, so we're talking about stability here, is you not allowing other people to ruin your vibe. Like, you're in charge of that. Even if it means, you know, like I said, you get up late. That doesn't necessarily mean that the day's gonna suck, right? You're in charge of the way that you feel about things. We have the teeth here, taking a bite. You know, enjoying something, taking the bite out of life. We have the elephant. Wisdom. Using what you've learned. Where you are the most reliable. Leading with your heart. Using that wisdom, leading with your heart. We have a reindeer. Embrace the change in your life. So it could be that something happened during the winter. Reindeer I associate like with Christmas. So it could be that something happened in the winter time that now, coming into Taurus season, where we're embracing, you know, spring and the summer and the change of the seasons. You know, we're coming out of the winter, like we're embracing the change. We're starting things new. We're looking at life. We're looking at the days differently. Possessions. You're letting go of things that you were once attached to. It says, are you too attached to that? So there were things in your life that you were basically too attached to, and you're realizing that by being too attached to things, it has held you back. But it's held you back from was what you were trying to do, because it says you are manifesting this, and we have the peacock, and the peacock is about pride, like spreading your your feathers and like being proud of what you got, basically, right? Did you think that you didn't deserve what you were trying to manifest? Possibly. We have the Empress in the reverse position. Let go of this. Over-mothering. Over-giving. Over-giving to people that didn't deserve your energy. And that's, you were attached to individuals that you shouldn't have been attached to. You were over-giving to them, and they weren't giving back to you, and they were full of themselves. Sometimes a peacock could be full of themselves. So they were like basically full of themselves, like living in their ego, thinking that like they get what they want to get, and they didn't care what was happening within you. So it's kind of like you were like over-giving in a situation, and you're realizing that you shouldn't have been. We have patience. Tree of life, take it slow, planting new seeds. A seed you have successfully planted. We have the angel. Look at angel wings, and looks like a C with a little wing on it, the crown. To me, you have a connection with the angels here. You've already planted that seed. You already have this connection. It could be that there's passed on loved ones that you still have connection with. And that connection in itself is going through a process of a transformation here. Nothing here in kindness. Your life is full of this magic. Like I said, the connection to the divine, the magic, the transformation, death and rebirth. And we have the hand of Fatima, the dolphin, and the butterfly. A help to align yourself with your abundance. So there's something changing, and it could be that these seeds that you planted over here, releasing out where you were putting your energy where you shouldn't have been, planting seeds with other things that it will take time, but your connection with the divine is going to help to bring in that abundance, because all of this is part of this transformation. And the dolphin here, I always feel a connection to soulmates. So it's somebody helping you to bring this in. We have sensuality. You have baby carriage. You like this in bed. You like to be taken care of. You like for them to, let's just say, be in charge. You like to be held. As far as like baby, right? We have the owl here. This will make you even more attractive. own, like your past experience. Own your wisdom. Because owls are like the symbol of like knowledge. So don't be afraid to show them what you got. We have tranquility. This makes you lose your temper in no time. People talking too fast, people trying to push you too fast, moving too fast. The Eight of Wands. This soothes you. Five of Swords. Because the Five of Swords, that energy is, winning at all costs. So basically how I'm taking that is when there's no fighting. Like when it's calm. Which then helps you. We have a wheel here. I get the feeling that you like to know what's happening. And if we're not fighting, as far as the Five of Swords here, and you know where the ship's going, it's kind of like you feel tranquil. We're not moving too fast. We're not, the energy is calm. You know where you're going. It's like that's what gives you peace. We have resources. The Cross, someone you can rely on. Spirit. Someone you can trust. Spirit. The Most High. Source. Your guides, your angels, your spiritual connection. Always rely on. And we have this little koala bear. You know how koala bears, they like to go up way up high. It says your biggest strength. Seeing things from a different perspective. Going, like, even if you have to go up way up high to see something different. That's really what this is about. That's where your resource is going to be. Okay, so I'm going to pull some little tarot charm messages. Here's that one. Already see the Nine of Cups already, so that's a good one. One more. One more, please. Whoop. Here we go. Here's the Empress. Okay, and this one is Ten of Pentacles. Well, this is good stuff. We have the Nine of Cups, and it says, your wishes are coming true, and you are reaching your goals. Think about all you have accomplished. And Ten of Pentacles, you will have stability for the long term in many areas of your life. Foundations have been set in you. Foundations have been set for you and your family. And we have the Empress. You must nurture yourself in order to create abundance in a new life. Because you remember before when I was saying how you were putting your energy in other people, as far as over here with the Empress in the reverse position. And this here is confirming what I was saying. You need to focus more on yourself. And that spirit is helping you, is part of your resources. That's going to help you to gain your stability, to know where you're going. Because remember, it's kind of like when things are calm and nobody's fighting and you know what's happening and nobody's resisting anything and you're not being pushed, it's like you have this feeling of calmness. You're taking charge of your life every day and not overgiving to people where you shouldn't be. Looking at things differently. And by doing all of this, that's where your Nine of Cups is coming in. It's like you're seeing that, like, what you can accomplish. You're basically allowing yourself to go at life differently and seeing that you're in charge of that. You're in charge of your destiny. You're in charge of where you're going. Okay, all right, so I'm going to leave it here. I do hope that you've enjoyed this and that I've helped you with the guidance that you were seeking at this time. If you like this content, if it resonated with you, please like and comment down below because I'd love to hear from you. If you haven't yet subscribed, please do so. And if you have already, thank you very much. And I look forward to seeing you again in the next one. Take care and have a blessed day.